The year is 1998. I am 10 years old. My favorite aunt, the one who always brought me chocolates, asked me, Sreeja dear, tell me, what is something that you absolutely need but cannot see or feel? And I enthusiastically answered, air. And she said, absolutely right, and gave me my favorite chocolate. Fast forward to 2019. I decided to ask my 10-year-old niece the same question. I said, Mishka, my dear, tell me something that you absolutely need but cannot see or feel. And she nonchalantly replied, of course, Wi-Fi. And if you thought it was just children, let me tell you, according to a survey conducted in the UK, a majority of the adults voted for Wi-Fi as the best invention of the last 25 years. And if that did not convince you, let me tell you a secret that my friend once told me. The fastest and the easiest way to get your family together into one room, pull the plug on the Wi-Fi router. Such is the pervasiveness of Wi-Fi in our lives. I am Sreeja Nair, a senior product manager in the wireless connectivity and networking division at Qualcomm. Now, how many of you here are not familiar with Qualcomm? How many of you here are not familiar with Qualcomm? Okay. To tell you, if you have any form of connected devices, chances are it is powered on with some form of Qualcomm technology. And a shout out to all the ladies here from Qualcomm. Can we Coming back, I'm here and honored to be demystifying Wi-Fi mesh networks, the latest technology upgrade for your home routers that are laying the foundation of your smart home. Let me have a show of hands. How many of you here have about 5 connected devices in your home today? 5 would be like your router, your iPad, your tablet. I see most of you. 5 is default, right? These days. If I say 10, how many you would have 10 in the home? I still see a few hands, right? Let's up that number to 20. How many have 20? Okay, good to see a 1 or 2. 30? Anybody with 30? Okay. By the way, the friend I was talking about earlier, 76 connected devices. Tech-savvy families, I tell you. As the graph here shows, the number of devices in the connected home is expected to go up to 50 by the year 2022. Now imagine if today each one of you had 50 connected devices. Imagine each one of you had 50 connected devices in your homes. Can you tell me a few problems that you might see? Can I get a couple of volunteers? What problems might you see with your Wi-Fi if you have 50 connected devices in every home? Your home, your neighbor's home, you know, any volunteers? Or, sorry? Bandwidth, of course, yes. Dead zones, yes. Interference, yes. Thank you. You have given me a comprehensive list. Can I have a round of applause for all my volunteers, please? Thank you. According to a survey, 59% of Wi-Fi users in the home experienced some form of connectivity issues. The top 3 issues that came about were connectivity stops, buffering delays, and of course your spotty connectivity somewhere inside the home. Now, not only when you increase the number of connected devices, it also means more data. According to 2016 data, an average user consumes about 71 gig of data over Wi-Fi each month. By 2020, that number is expected to more than double to say about 165 GB. Which means that not only are we more connected, but we are also more data hungry. Wi-Fi as a protocol has evolved from 802.11, B, G, N, A, AC, to my delight now called as Wi-Fi 0 through Wi-Fi 5, and the focus has always been to solve these problems through speed. But when we design a product, we do not look at it unidimensionally. we look at the problems of the average user. And who better than my mom to take as an example? My mom, a retired banking professional, is far from a techie. In the digital age, she wants to stay connected with her friends, her family, and the world through Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp, and many other applications. A few years ago, I decided to gift her a Wi-Fi router that I had worked on. Days later, I get a call. How do I set this up? The internet does not come up. For an average user like my mom, onboarding should be intuitive. Let me take this a step further. The product manager in me would bucketize the needs of the average user as plug-and-play installation, good coverage throughout the home, no dropped connections, and of course, security. Enter the solution, Wi-Fi mesh networks. A smart, secure, and easy Wi-Fi solution to address the connectivity challenges of modern-day networks and secure homes. Let us try to understand the topology here. What happens is you would have, let's take an example, you'd get your AT&T Comcast modem, and that would plug into one of these devices, which we will configure as the root AP. Now, AP means access point or a router. And here, I've called it a root node in other places. This can connect to another one of these devices, and you would configure that as a child node. This can go through a wired connection, like you see the Ethernet is connected. But that would be so boring, right? Imagine wires running across throughout your home, and that would be ugly. The best part is, you can connect a child node to the root AP wirelessly. And you can connect multiple child nodes and make this a Wi-Fi mesh network throughout your home. Each of these nodes acts as an independent router. Depending on the size of your home, you will need one or multiple of these devices. You can place them anywhere in your garage, in your kitchen, in your living room, thereby extending the range of your Wi-Fi network and meaning no more dead zones. These can also be configured via an app. The app actually tells you what's the best place to keep them so that you get the best connectivity inside your home, which means seamless onboarding and device management at your fingertips. To verify our hypotheses that these do bring about an improvement in performance, we ran an A/B test. In the first iteration, you can see that we kept a router here, a traditional router, and we measured the throughput, the Wi-Fi signal, which passes through walls to the other corner of the house. And we measured it here, and the throughput was, say, 60 Mbps. When the same one was replaced with a mesh Wi-Fi configuration, please note here that the router configuration or the Wi-Fi configuration on these devices is the same, the traditional router and these nodes. So when you place it in one corner and then you measure here, the throughput is almost 4x now. That's because you are centralizing the transmissions rather than around your neighbor's home into your home. Let's look at a few key features as to why these are so important for today's networks and for your homes today. These are self-organizing, which means they configure themselves and provide end-to-end coverage throughout your homes. They are self-optimizing, which means they try to understand and adapt to the network configuration or network needs of your home, your content, your device, keep managing that and self-optimize themselves. When one node in the network goes down, they heal themselves. They allocate capacity in such a way that they self-heal and your connection is maintained throughout. And of course, security being paramount, they self-protect, which means when they detect abnormalities in the network, they quarantine those devices and keep them aside. So these are the 4 key features. Let's go into a video to understand how these work. end result, a phenomenal Wi-Fi experience. You don't even come to know what happens in the background. Zero coverage holes, zero drop connections, zero glitches, and zero buffering. Now you must wonder, if today we promise all this, what's coming up in the future with these devices? A smart home in the not so distant future will look something like this. Matt walks into his home immersed in his gaming experience. His smart home, powered by his Wi-Fi mesh networks, activates all the smart devices inside the home. As Matt walks in, his game connects to his TV or to his tablet. His thermostat adjusts to the right temperature outside or inside, depending on the temperature outside. The blinds go down and the lights turn on, creating a seamless experience. Isn't that something that most of us want? Exactly, that's what we envision. At Qualcomm, our vision for the network is to make it connected, intelligent, interactive, and secure. Connected using Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Zigbee, and other technologies. Intelligent using machine learning, AI, computer vision, and providing compute at the edge. Interactive using your senses, voice, motion, touch, and secure using the network, device, and the cloud. These are the 4 pillars that the next generation of our mesh Wi-Fi networks will be based on. Another key feature that we are bringing into the next generation of devices is spatial AI sensing. A key use case for this feature would be for elderly care, breathing, motion detection, fall detection, just by using these mesh devices and not having any cameras inside. By using the RF signals that move between these mesh devices, you can predict the state of the space of the home inside by using machine learning algorithms on top of those signals. You can then detect if there's an intruder in your house because the pattern of the space inside your house would change and you can get a text alert. The same application would be for monitoring breathing of your adults or of your babies. A lot of our partners today, like Cognitive, Origin Wireless, are using this underlying technology to make the connected home a reality. In terms of protocol advancement, the next generation of Wi-Fi mesh networks will be powered by Wi-Fi 6 or 802.11ax. Wi-Fi 6 is the latest IEEE 802.11 standard that is similar to how 5G would be for cellular networks. This is key for modern day networks because it significantly increases the capacity of the network. Some key features would be 4x increase in capacity, low latency, low power, higher efficiency, higher throughput, and improved coverage and performance, especially in dense Wi-Fi environments. Summarizing, my key takeaways for you: time to upgrade your router if you don't have a mesh Wi-Fi networking solution at home. Time to get your self-organizing, self-configuring, self-healing, and self-protecting Wi-Fi 6 mesh router today. Wi-Fi 6 is the latest IEEE standard 802.11 Wi-Fi 6 spec, redefines the way Wi-Fi works in modern day networks by increasing capacity. And at Qualcomm, our vision is to make these networks intelligent, connected, secure, and to make a seamless and personalized experience for each one of you. The opportunity for us in this space is immense. We are working with our partners like Google, Eero, Amazon, Nair, Linksys, and many others to make the connected smart home a reality. I look forward to all the opportunities and use cases, and I'm proud to be a part of this tech. Thank you very much.